Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am doing another meal prep video, and these are the current recipes that I did. I think you guys are going to love these recipes. We have a little bit of dinner, lunch options, and also some yummy protein snack bites. So if you guys are interested in seeing the video, then please continue watching and do not forget to give it a thumbs up if you like what you see so far, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And let's get into the video. I'll show you guys how to make these yummy treats. All right, you guys, so I have been having some intense cravings lately, so I decided to make some yummy chocolate peanut butter protein bites this week so that when I was feeling like I needed a little bit of sweetness, I could just grab one of these and it would be healthy yet satisfy my sweet tooth. So I have all the ingredients here. I got this recipe off of Pinterest, and this will be my first time trying it, so let's see how it goes here. So it calls for 1 cup of Old Fashioned Oats. It also calls for a ½ cup of ground flax seeds and a ½ cup of semi-sweet mini chocolate chips, because you gotta have a little bit of chocolate in there. And then a ½ cup of creamy peanut butter. I used the Earth Balance creamy natural peanut butter, and this also has flaxseed in it. So that is a really yummy one that I suggest. Also calls for 1 tablespoon of honey. So I got the raw and unfiltered pure honey. So you will need 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa. So I just purchased the Hershey's cocoa. And then of course you want some protein in these energy bites. So I love this protein. This is the organic protein, and it is plant-based. I love this stuff. We get it off of Amazon, and it just comes monthly. It has 20 grams of protein in each serving, so it is my current favorite. So the recipe says just to combine all the ingredients and then add a little bit of water. So here we go. Let's see how this looks. I love it on Pinterest when they like put all the ingredients together and it's like, you know, looks all Pinteresty and perfect. So I'm gonna try that today and see if I can pull it off. I'm a sucker for peanut butter, you guys. Like, if peanut butter is in anything, I will be eating it because I'm a PB whore. All right, so let's add a little bit of cocoa. It says 2 tablespoons. And then in this recipe, it calls for only like a tablespoon of the protein powder, but I'm obviously gonna add more than that because I want a good amount of protein in there. So let's do the 2 tablespoons of the cocoa. Looks so delicious. And these are great too, like when you're going to the gym and you just need like a little, you know, protein bite on the way. These would be perfect to just bring with you, super quick and easy. Or if like you pack lunches for work, this would be awesome too. I need a little bit of honey. It calls for 1 tablespoon of honey. So 1 tablespoon of honey. It looks so delicious. All right, and then of course water to finish off. And then I'm just gonna use a big spoon, stir it all together and see how this ends up. Guys, I completely forgot the protein powder. I'm such an idiot. So I'm gonna add some protein powder, and I'm actually gonna add the full serving so that it's at full 20 grams of protein. And then it suggests putting the mixture in the fridge to let it kind of cool down so it's easier to roll. So after I mix it all up, I will definitely let it sit in the fridge for a little bit so that I'm not struggling to make these. It smells so good, you guys. I kind of want to eat it like right now. So this is what the mixture looks like when you're done. So it's just kind of a little bit pasty, I would say. I had to add quite a bit more water just to give it a better consistency and make it more sticky, since I did add more protein powder than it calls for. But I'm just gonna put this in the fridge and then let it cool down a little bit and then roll it into the protein balls. I definitely want to add this to my Insta story because This is definitely a must-see. All right, I'm gonna pop that into the fridge and then we'll let it cool down and then make these yummy treats. All right, so for this week's meals, I am going to do green chili chicken burgers. These are some of my favorites and my husband loves these as well. So all you will need is some ground chicken. This is 96% lean, 4% fat, and 140 calories per 4 ounces. And there's 23 grams of protein per serving, which is really good. So I basically will mix the ground chicken with some chopped red onions and chopped cilantro, because I love cilantro for just that natural addition of flavor. And then I also use some green chilies. These are Rio Luna diced green chilies and they are organic. So you can usually get this in like the Hispanic section. So I'll usually use, for this recipe, I'm making extras because my husband likes these. So I'm doing 2 pounds of the ground chicken, 2 cans of the green chilies. And then for seasoning, I just do some black pepper, a little bit of this chili lime salt that is super good. Don't mind my little kiddo. And then I also use some garlic powder as well. I'm just gonna chop up the onions and the cilantro, and then I will start mixing all the ingredients together, and then we'll get started on these green chili chicken burgers. And for the cilantro and the onions, I do about, probably for this recipe, I'll do like a cup of the onions and then a half a cup of the cilantro. I'm gonna chop it up just really fine so that it's not super chunky in the meat mixture. Guys, so I'm going to add the ingredients to the meat. So first I like to add the green chilies, and for this recipe I'm doing 2 cans because I have 2 pounds of the meat. And then I like to add in the veggies as well, about a cup of the onions or half a cup, whichever your preference. And then about a half a cup of the cilantro. And then for the seasonings, I just kind of eyeball it and do just about, I would say, a teaspoon of black pepper, teaspoon of the chili lime, and about 2 teaspoons of the garlic powder. And then I'll kind of change the seasoning if I think it needs a little bit more salt or whatnot, but it definitely has enough flavor with that green chili mixture in it. So this is basically what I do, and then I just mix it all up with my hands and then form some patties, and I'll show you guys how I grill those up. All right, you guys, so this is what they look like. I just basically put them in a skillet and start grilling them up. And the mixture is not too sticky because I didn't add any sort of like breadcrumbs or anything. So when you do form the patties, just keep in mind that it is going to be a little bit loose and not too sticky. So you kind of just have to form the patties and then immediately place them in the pan and start grilling. Guys, so while my chicken burgers are grilling up, I'm going to start on these protein balls now that they've been in the fridge for quite some time. These are pretty manageable. They're pretty squishy and stick together really good, so I think I did good on the consistency. So I'm gonna get going on these balls while my chicken burgers are cooking, and then I will put them back in the fridge to cool down, and I almost want to eat one right now. Ooh, so delicious. These look so good, you guys. I can't wait to try them and see how they turn out. They're gonna be so good. One thing you guys do not know this about me, I'm the queen of multitasking. So whenever I do meal prep, I just try to get as many meals done as I can, and just kind of, while one thing is cooking, try to make the next thing. It just seems to work out best for me, and then I'm not spending a huge amount of time on meal prep. So think being a mom has definitely contributed to my skills as a multitasker. And if you guys can hear, Flax is having his lunch and he's very chatty today. All right, you guys, so I finished the chicken burgers. This is what the finished product looks like. So I added a little bit of cheese for my husband because he loves to have a little bit of cheese on it. Use the Daya mozzarella. It is dairy free. Come here. So I will eat these without the bun because I like to do the low carb diet. But if you prefer to have it with a bun, you can definitely do that. They're super yummy, and you can add avocado to it. Some sort of like aioli sauce is really good, but they are so delicious, and they're honestly really good if you host maybe a dinner for friends. These are super bomb. So easy, good protein, and not really a ton of ingredients. Pretty simple, and they're just super delicious. Do you like them? So after I make the burgers, I will just put them in little containers, and then when I'm ready to eat them, I pull them out. I sometimes will melt a little of this dairy-free cheese on it, add some sliced avocados, a little bit of hot sauce, and they are super delicious. All right, you guys, I pulled the protein balls out of the fridge, and this is the finished product. Look at how delicious these look. I'm so excited. So I think I'm just gonna basically just put it in some Tupperware, and then when I just need a quick treat or a quick snack, I'll just bust one of these out. What's super cool about these too is that the kids will love these. So it's just easy, full protein, a good treat. You kind of get your chocolate fix too. I need to try at least one to check my recipe skills. Oh my God. They're so good, you guys. I think you guys will love these. For real? How is this even real? All right, you guys, so last for this meal prep for the week, I am making Portobello stuffed mushrooms. These are super, super bomb. So these are just basically the massive whole Portobello mushrooms. And what I like to do is put a little bit of ground turkey, or the alternative, which I did this last week, and this is called Beyond Meat, and it is Beyond Beef Crumbles. Feisty is the flavor. And this is basically plant-based, so it is not meat. If you are a vegetarian or what kind of diet you follow. So it is your preference what you want to put inside the mushrooms, whether it be ground turkey, chicken. I prefer the ground turkey or this mixture. It's the plant-based Beyond Meat beef crumbles, and it's super yummy. But I always will have some sort of ground turkey mixture on hand. So today I'm going to show you guys how I do that. So I have already this pre-made mixture of ground turkey. I added just a can of chopped up tomatoes, cilantro, and corn for a little bit of flavor. So you're gonna wanna take the Portobello mushrooms, and I like to get pretty good size because this will be about 2 dinners for me. And you're just gonna take a spoon and basically hollow out the inside of the mushroom. I just take a spoon and just start scraping out that inside, and it comes out pretty easy. You can be pretty gentle, you don't have to go crazy. So after I have hollowed out the mushrooms, I also cut off the little stem. You're gonna wanna take some olive oil and just drizzle the mushroom with a generous amount. So this is really good fats too. And this just adds a really good flavor. Then I just sprinkle them with a little bit of garlic salt. You can season this however you like. I am obsessed with garlic salt, so that's what I do. So I kind of let that sit for about 10 minutes, kind of let the mushrooms absorb the oil and the seasonings. And then I will add my mixture to the mushrooms and pop it in the oven. You're gonna wanna have the oven at about 350, and I will bake those for about 20 minutes. Well, the last probably 5 minutes, you can add a little bit of cheese on top if you prefer. It's super yummy. I'm gonna fill these and pop them in the oven. They are ready to go in the oven, so I am gonna pop these in and let them bake for about 20 to 25 minutes. All right, you guys, so I pulled the mushrooms out of the oven. I sprinkled a little bit of that dairy cheese on top, and this is the finished product. They are so delicious. I like to top a little bit of hot sauce on top, maybe even a little avocado, because I'm obsessed with avocado. And that is a perfect dinner for me for the week. So I'll get about 2 dinners out of that. And then the chicken burgers, awesome for lunch, dinner, whichever you prefer. All very low carb, which is right up my alley. It was super fun making some of my favorite current recipes at the moment. And I was obviously super excited about the way these turned out too. They are so delicious. I think you guys would love these, and they're super easy to make, which is a plus. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will hopefully be making another meal prep video here soon. If you guys enjoy these videos, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up and also subscribing to my channel. And I appreciate you guys tuning in today. I am going to go eat because now I'm starved. Love you guys.